Don't you think it's weird that 15 billionaires are building bunkers? Listen carefully, it's scary. In the last week, a jaw-dropping 15 billionaires secretly constructed underground bunkers. Billionaires such as Mark Zuckerberg, OpenAI CEO, Sam Altman, and even President Biden are rushing to build their own bunkers. Conspiracy theorists aren't buying that this is just a coincidence. So what do our wealthy elites apparently know that we don't? With global tensions at an all-time high, some speculate it's related to looming worldwide chaos. Are billionaires preparing for economic collapse, natural disaster, or even nuclear war? The timing is extremely suspicious. One truth is clear. These bunkers are not for show. They're fully equipped high-tech shelters stockpiled with years of supplies. But what terrifying threat has so worried the powers that be? Some just see paranoid panic. But could billionaires truly be receiving inside warnings of impending catastrophe? If the richest humans are now seeking shelter, should the rest of us start developing our own escape plans just in case?
Do they tell you why they're building bunkers when they build them?
Most of the time they do. It's just like everyone else. They look at what's going on in the world around them, and just because you have billions of dollars doesn't mean you're not connected to what's really happening. And a lot of times maybe you're more connected, but they're just looking for safety and security for their family and their loved ones.
Are they worried about, like that woman was saying, people storming the castle?
I mean, I guess in a sense, yes.
When you build these, what's the must-have with the billionaire bunker that everyone needs to have this one thing?
Typically theaters for personal entertainment. Libraries are really common. With the billionaire bunkers, you don't see much self-sustaining type things like no hydroponics or gardens, things like that. It's more about storage and in comfort. Bowling alley, swimming pools, saunas, shooting ranges.
Bunkers for the elite.
I say we keep moving. Tyrell waits for his moment and drives inside. I make sure we've got cameras rolling. This place isn't only the largest underground facility in the area. They say it's the largest in the world. Look at this. They got room for 2 lanes of 18-wheelers. The road literally goes on for miles. Look, there, it's branching off again. Who knows where that leads?
In 2024, the world's elite are not just planning for the future, they're preparing for survival. Elon Musk's rumored high-tech island retreat and Rihanna's undisclosed island haven are just the tip of the iceberg. Whispers abound about Jeff Bezos developing an underground facility designed for enduring global catastrophes. From private islands to fortified bunkers, the rich and powerful are securing their own safety nets. But as billionaires carve out their sanctuaries, it begs the question, what do they know that we don't? As they prepare for the worst, the rest of us are left to ponder the implications of these secretive escape plans. The line between prudence and paranoia blurs in 2024. Are these preparations just wise foresight, or do they hint at something more? Let's uncover the truth behind the elite's plans for surviving potential global calamities.
I don't know if you noticed yet or not, but the age of secrets, it's over. The age of gatekeeping, it's over. The age of celebrity worshipping, it's over. The age of, wow, look at that guy, he has so much money. Worshipping that, over. We got Mark Zuckerberg building bunkers? You think bunkers are gonna save you? You're rich, privileged, soft. Think you're gonna be able to live in the bunker? You know who lives in the bunker is the age group. And people like that and poor people, they're gonna survive. And how are you gonna come out of your bunker after that? What do you think we're gonna do to you after you come out of your bunker? What do you think we're gonna teach our kids about the bunker people? You think we're gonna just let you build a bunker and after you took all this money and you destroyed the world?
Just a quick update. It's Saturday, I believe, and here's the truck I've been driving for the last few days for Wilson Logistics. This trailer just was assigned to us from Kraft over at the Kraft Foods plant, and we're delivering it here to what's called the Springfield Underground. And that is, as you can see behind me, this giant cave that's big enough to house hundreds of these trucks and trailers. There's a train track running through here. Just to give you an idea, back here, there's a regular sized truck. See how tall that is up there? It's just incredible. Anyway, having a great time, learning lots.
We breaking ground. I'm excavating. It's going down. Y'all know how I love real estate, and I usually like to build and go up. We going underground now. One time for all my doomsday preppers. Elon Musk, I see you. I saw your ground plans. I'm impressed, but guess what? My bunker gonna have a garage. My bunker gonna have wings. Huh? Yeah, we breaking ground. Huge excavations. You gotta have your fluids. I got a water maker, a machine that makes water out of H2O. I got a water maker. We got our canned goods. So if you're thinking the brothers ain't ready, we ready.
Here's more proof that Bible prophecy is happening right now. The book of Revelation chapter 6, 15 through 16 says that the rich men and the kings of the earth will hide themselves in caves and in the rocks of the mountains and say to those rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 21 says that they will flee to caverns and in the rocks and in the crevices of the cliffs, away from the terror of the Lord and from the splendor of his majesty when he arises to shake the earth. That very thing is happening right now as billionaires and millionaires across the world are buying bunkers and preparing to try and survive when the apocalypse or the end of days comes. Forbes.com article, billionaire bunker owners are preparing for the ultimate underground escape. GuardianGazette.com, elites are buying underground private bunkers. And CNN.com, billionaire bunkers, how the 1% are preparing for the apocalypse.
Something big. Mark Zuckerberg may be planning on his Hawaiian estate. Wired reports that Meta's founder is building a mega compound on roughly 1,400 acres of land on the island of Kauai, including an underground bunker with a concrete-filled metal door. The residents reportedly will have up to a dozen buildings with some 30 bedrooms and 30 bathrooms. The two main residences will be reportedly connected by a tunnel that leads to the underground shelter. Another feature, that's according to Wired, includes 11 tree houses connected by rope bridges that travel along the estate. The report says it will cost more than $270 million to build. There's already some controversy from indigenous people in the region who are upset about the disruption that this has caused. But
you got these people building bunkers all over the world, dude. And like, what are they building all these $200 million bunkers like apparently Zuckerberg's doing in Hawaii? What is that for? Why is Biden doing a bunker in Delaware? Why are they doing these things? It's because, dude, they are preparing to destroy everything if they lose power, because if they lose power, they're going to be held accountable. And they're going to get their way, dude, and it's going to f your entire life up and your family's life and everybody's life. These people are going to do anything.
I mean, basically, you got an underground roadway system here that runs all the way to Maine, to Washington, D.C., to Colorado. It's fully stocked. It runs completely underground. And you can see they've been hauling tons of military equipment. Goes all the way to Washington, D.C., huh? Goes all the way to Washington, D.C. Yeah, you Homeland Security? Yeah. How far have you taken this down to, how far have you actually ran a load? 100 miles? Up to Maine? No shit. How many miles do you think that is? Man, that's unbelievable. Not to mention, I heard there's one that goes all the way to Colorado, right? Unbelievable. What do you think you're hauling? Any idea? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Craft makes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really know.
Yeah. I know there's been a lot of military stuff being hauled around lately, that's for sure, huh?
Yeah, we deliver to military.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I heard there's water supply, food supply, everything's in there. Yeah, unbelievable.
You don't get no cell phone service.
No. Peace, brother.
Could you describe a Raven Rock to me, like what it is, what it's for?
No.
Raven Rock, like Area 51, remains one of the U.S. government's most classified installations. It's all part of a plan that was hatched 70 years ago.
In the 1950s, the government came up with plans for a deep underground command center where the president and, a few hundred staff members not only could take shelter, but also could direct a nuclear war.
The plan is called Continuity of Government, or COG.
At any moment, we could see thousands of members of the government completely wiped out. But there's a secondary government, a shadow government that is ready to take over at a moment's notice.
Raven Rock is an underground backup Pentagon.
It's the most unbelievable place you can imagine. You're 768 feet below the surface.
Don Camel spent 3.5 years at Raven Rock as part of the president's communication team. He's never spoken on camera before about his time working in the secret bunker.
Basically, they carved out a city underground that could survive a direct hit from a nuclear blast. After you go through the security, you walk in and it's basically an underground tunnel. There's a blast door that was 3.5 foot thick that weighed 30 tons. You go through like an airlock, and they had 2 of those doors, and then you walk another half a mile.
A half mile deeper into the mountain is the bunker itself.
And you're going past 5 buildings. Those represent the 5 rings of the Pentagon. And each of those buildings are 3 stories tall, and they probably have 50 to 80 offices per floor.
There is a 100% probability that our sun, generating what they call a GMD, which is a solar storm, hits our Earth and the magnetic field that we have around the Earth and can fry everything that is electric above the ground, including our entire grid. It would take out not only the electricity, but all of our entire infrastructure, and our society runs our electricity. We don't know how to live without it. There wouldn't be any water in your tap. You couldn't get gas for your car because the whole system is broken down. Everything that we rely upon would be gone. The food would melt in our refrigerators. And they predict within a year, about 90% of the population would be dead from starvation, disease, or, people, it gets back to the Stone Age again.
Killing each other.
Yeah.
You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans. That's why we are preparing for a conflict with Russia and the terror groups, if it comes to it, if they attack us. We're not seeking any conflict.